My parents skipped my wedding because my sister needed help choosing baby clothes. My name is Natalie, and I never imagined that the happiest day of my life would become the moment I realized I was no longer my parents' priority. For years, I had been the daughter who always tried to make everyone proud. I helped my family whenever they needed me, and I believed the bond between us was unbreakable. That was why it hurt so much when my parents, William and Rebecca, skipped my wedding because my younger sister, Chloe, needed help choosing baby clothes. When I first announced my wedding date, my parents were excited. They promised they would be there for every important moment, and my mother offered to help organize details. For months, we planned everything together, and I believed my wedding would be a celebration shared with the people I loved most. However, a few weeks before the ceremony, my sister Chloe announced that she was pregnant. Of course, I was happy for her, congratulated her, and told her I couldn't wait to meet the baby. But almost immediately, I noticed my parents' attention shifted toward her. They started canceling plans with me because Chloe needed help preparing the nursery or buying baby supplies. I tried to understand because I knew pregnancy was a big change, but my wedding was also a once-in-a-lifetime event. I never complained because I didn't want to seem jealous or selfish. The final straw came 2 days before my wedding, when my mother called and said they might arrive late because Chloe wanted them to go shopping for baby clothes. I reminded her that the wedding rehearsal was scheduled that afternoon. She told me it was just shopping and that Chloe needed support. I couldn't believe it, but I still hoped they would show up on the wedding day. The morning of my wedding, I woke up nervous and excited. I put on my dress, looked in the mirror, and imagined seeing my parents smiling proudly as I walked down the aisle. But when the ceremony started, the seats reserved for them were empty. I kept looking toward the entrance, hoping they would walk in, but they never did. My heart broke, but I forced myself to continue. I walked down the aisle and married the person who had always supported me. After the reception, I checked my phone and saw a message from my mother. She apologized and said they had spent the entire day helping Chloe choose baby clothes because she was emotional and couldn't decide what to buy. I read the message repeatedly because I couldn't understand how they could miss my wedding for something that could have waited. I called my parents the next day, and for the first time, I told them exactly how hurt I was. I explained that I didn't expect them to ignore my sister, but I expected them to show up for me. And it mattered most. My father became defensive and said I was being dramatic. He told me Chloe was going through a major life change and that I should be more understanding. Those words hurt because they showed me they still didn't understand why I was upset. I spent weeks thinking about all the times I had felt forgotten whenever Chloe needed something. Then I remembered every birthday they missed, every achievement they barely celebrated, and every moment when I was told to be patient because my sister needed more attention. I finally understood this wasn't just about my wedding. It was about years of feeling invisible. I decided to stop chasing their approval and focused on building my own family with my husband, Matthew. A month later, my parents realized how much damage their choice had caused. They apologized and admitted they had made a mistake, but I told them forgiveness would take time. I love them, but I also needed them to understand that being family doesn't mean accepting hurt without consequences. Today, our relationship is better, but different. I no longer expect them to put me first, and I no longer measure my worth by how much attention they give me. That experience taught me something important. Sometimes the people you expect to stand beside you are the ones who disappoint you the most. But that doesn't mean your special moments become less valuable. The people who truly love you will always find a way to be there, and when they do, you realize you were never alone.